Hello, my courageous Cancer, and welcome to your monthly love reading. This is a general love bonus, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance, please do check out your general reading for April or your weekly reading. Those are both up. Also, if this doesn't resonate with you, please do check out the other signs in your chart. However, if it does, please do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It does mean the world to me. It helps it get to our other Cancer, and I do appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel. So we will do this as a past, present, future spread. So time is fluid in tarot. So past could be recent past or distant past. The present could be ongoing or current, present only, and then the future is kind of dependent on where you are now in the process. So let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at what we're seeing here, and then we'll go from there. So I do see the Eight of Cups, okay, and the Judgment in reverse card. So I feel like for many of you, you guys have kind of moved away from a possibly your family. There may have been a situation where you moved away for a relationship, or potentially you are moving away from a relationship if you had been in a relationship where you were with the family of that person, that party, more so than your own. Their people, they're kind of entwined with their world a little bit more than your own family, that kind of thing, and you're kind of moving away from that. So perhaps it's something where you're kind of leaving behind a relationship, or you have left behind. Again, time is fluid. So it could be something where this has been long since happened, or it could be something where it's very recent. But I do feel like for some of you, with the Judgment card being in reverse, I feel like a lot of you feel like you got some judgment from this and you weren't really happy about that. That's something that you didn't feel like you deserved the judgment from. You didn't really appreciate. So perhaps you left and you felt like the judgment came without information, okay? So I feel like a lot of you have left a relationship. You've maybe had to sever ties. Maybe you've had to just end something that could be long-term, could be very long-term. And you've had to do that for reasons that you know are good reasons you know are just reasons, that maybe you have or haven't shared with people. And people have taken it upon themselves to kind of pass judgment on whether they feel like, you abandoned or left prematurely or didn't put enough effort into it or this or that, but they don't know all the details, okay? They didn't walk in your shoes. They didn't live the life. They didn't understand. And maybe they didn't even take the time to try to understand. So for that reason, you're kind of not accepting of their judgment, but it is making you feel a bit, I'm getting the vibe that you're feeling a bit kind of alone or cast off too. Maybe like some of your own friends, family, people that you didn't expect to kind of turn their back on you. Whoa, apologies there. Possibly have done so, that maybe you feel like, they haven't been really receptive to you. Maybe you've been even seeking help from them, some of them, to kind of assist you with leaving the relationship, and they're just like, no, you need to go back. You need to, this is ridiculous. You have a family, you have a sound place, you have a relationship, you have whatever. And they're not really taking into consideration the fact that, this isn't a whim. This isn't something that you did on a whim. This is something that you had to really go through, and maybe they don't understand all you've been through. This could be a very traumatic situation you're trying to get out of. So I do feel like there's a situation where you feel like judgment has kind of been almost rained down upon you, but you are, you feel like it was unfair judgment. So that's why I feel like that's kind of in a reverse sense, because it's an unfair judgment. It's not something you requested. It's not like, if you look at the Judgment card, it's kind of like you're almost seeking judgment. You're seeking advice. You're seeking things, but this is not what you asked for. You weren't looking for that, but you're getting it, and unjustly, really and truly, because, you've been through some things, I feel like, for many of you with this relationship. Let's get some clarifier on that. Death, absolutely. So I definitely feel like for you, you needed to cut this off. And the universe is confirming this here. It's something that's saying that you knew you needed to cut this off. You knew it was bad for you. You knew it was unhealthy. You knew it was even maybe getting to the point of unsafe, either mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever. But you just knew that this was not a place for you to stay, to stick around. This relationship was not for you anymore. And again, this may be recent. This may be something you're just now coming out of, or this could have been something that happened, 10 years ago, and you're still kind of, living with the fact that, you haven't made peace with some of these people, some of these friends, family members, whatever, because of the fact that they still, harbor some ill will towards you or some judgment towards you because they feel like you abandoned this or abandoned that, but they have absolutely no idea what it was like inside the home, and you may have had a significant other who was one of those people that is amazing at putting on a front outside the home. They are just sunshine and rainbows, and people see them as the most wonderful thing in the world. And then behind closed doors, they are a totally different animal. And for many of you, I kind of feel like that's the case. And I feel like that's why the death card is here, not just a tower. Because it wasn't a matter of it just needed to kind of come down and be rebuilt. It was something that needed severed 100%. It just was not right, safe, or any of that for you, healthy, okay? So that having been said, let's go forward and see where we are now, okay? So we have the Three of Swords in reverse, okay? So I feel like this is where you're starting to heal. That's not to say that the judgment isn't still taking its toll on you. I mean, anytime you feel like you've been unfairly judged, that's something you could carry on forever. Honestly, it's a baggage, and it's something, especially if people aren't coming around. But I do feel like you are healing from the trauma of the relationship, what you had to endure. And I do believe you had to endure much more than people knew. I feel like you kept a lot to yourself. I feel like you may have kept a lot hidden, and you may have even kept a lot hidden for the purpose of, to try to protect people. It could have been that you had children with this person too, and you tried to, keep a lot inside to protect your kids, things like that. But I do feel like, you did not, let a lot of things go that you really could have. You really could have put this person in a precarious situation or done a lot more to them. But you took the high road, and because of that, you were the receiver of some, crappy judgment that you didn't deserve. But I feel like you're starting to heal from that. You're getting past that, and again, this may be recent and you are healing through that, or it may be long-term and it's been a long time coming that it's taken you to kind of heal through this. We have the World card in reverse, and that's kind of a fruition card, where everything is kind of a successful, closure, fruition, end of a stage. But with this, I feel like this is an ongoing process for you. So I don't feel like, I feel like there's still baggage. Again, like I said, I still feel like people are still trying to, there are still people out there who still hold things against you. They still maybe, maybe even your own children. If you did have children with this person, or, your own family members, that you reached out to or didn't see your side because they didn't know all of we got a jumper here, so we'll use it. Didn't see the way things were because they didn't live, if you haven't walked a mile in somebody's exact shoes, or you're not behind those closed doors, you only get a glimpse, right? And a lot of times that glimpse is made skewed, and it's made to look good for certain things, and it's not the truth, right? And there's always two sides to every story, and there's always a distorted version that can be told, right? So I feel like that may be what's going on. And I do want to apologize if you're hearing kids screaming and yelling. I apologize, but my children are on spring break because they do go to Catholic school, and so it's Easter, and we do spring break around that time, and all their friends are in my yard playing Nerf guns, and they're so loud. So I apologize. So just try to ignore if you can. I'm so sorry about that. But anyway, okay. So Page of Cups is the next card. And I do feel like with the Page of Cups is, this is something that may be part of your healing process too. This could be something where, you are kind of having some. Page of Cups is a younger or an immature, it could be either or type of person coming into you. And this might be somebody that you're just kind of trying to, you know, have some fun with, date, enjoy some time with, just to kind of have something to take your mind off of it, to get out, to dip your toes in the dating pool, to enjoy yourself, just have something to do. It may even be more like a situationship than a relationship, you know, like a friendship type of situation where, you know, that's the kind of thing, because you don't really see it as long term, but it is fun. So that could be the situation there for some of you. If this is the person that you know who I'm talking about, that could be what that is. For others of you, this could be somebody who is a younger person that is a friend or family member, you know, a younger sibling, a cousin, a friend, something like that, that is coming in, and they are kind of a defender of you. Maybe they knew a little bit more or understood a little bit more about what you actually went through. And so they've kind of been a defender of yours throughout the process. So while you were getting the judgment, this is a person who did not really judge you, or they kind of understood. Maybe they even kept your secrets about some of the stuff that you had to endure. You know, this could be something like that. This could be, you know, this could be one of your children. If you have older children, you know, that they understood, you know, they were old enough to kind of see what was really going on, and that you ultimately did a lot of what you did to protect them, or, you know, that you had to do what you had to do for your own safety. And, you know, they really understood more than you thought they understood. And they're coming to you saying, hey, I get it now. At this point in my life, at this place in my life, I understand more than you think I do. I don't judge you anymore. At first, maybe I did, but now I'm kind of getting it. I see at this point. So I do think that this person is not, even though this is typically considered like an immature type of person, I think this is a person that's actually going to be kind of an advocate for you. So not a negative person. I feel that this is kind of a positive in your life, whether it's a friend or family member, whether it's somebody that you are having a situationship relationship with for fun, just to keep your mind off things, or whether this is like an adult child that's coming back and saying, hey, I know why you did what you did now. It's still somebody who's going to be kind of an advocate, somebody who's going to make you feel better. I feel that in that. And the Star card. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening here, is this person is kind of going to be the person that makes you feel like you have your shine back, okay? And it's going to be the person who is also going to help advocate. See, the star has stars around them, right? So your tribe. This is going to be a person who helps facilitate you getting some of your credibility back. Not that you weren't credible in the first place, but you kind of see what I'm saying with how people kind of judged you unfairly. I think this person is going to be the person that says, hey, I happen to know more than you do, and I happen to know that they did what they had to do. You know, so I do feel like that maybe for many of you might be the situation here. And for the others of you, that this might be somebody that you're trying to kind of heal with, just as far as just take your mind off, have a good time, enjoy yourself situationship with. I do feel like this is a person who's going to help you surround yourself with other people, friends, things like that, that are going to make you feel at least better about yourself, feel more like a star again, and less, you know, like a wounded person, a wounded, you know, judged, you know, shunned type of person. So it's going to aid in your healing and get you back to where you feel like yourself again, a good, much better place. Okay, so then moving forward into kind of the future here, I see the Seven of Wands. So I do feel like you know you need a change, you know you need to shift directions, you know things need to give, and it's probably because you've been in a funk, you know, which I can't blame you. Obviously, if you had to make changes, you had to kill a relationship, especially one that might have been a very long-term, very serious relationship, and you had to kill it for very serious reasons, and then you took harsh criticisms that you didn't deserve necessarily. You know, you need to shift things, you need to shift your perspective, shift your mindset, transform yourself somewhat. So I think the Seven of Wands is indicative of that. But the Moon card following that is telling me that you kind of have no clue what to do. It's like kind of a haziness. You don't know what you want to do. You don't really have a plan per se. I feel like that's been a big part of it. I feel like you were so wrapped up in just survival mode here for so long, for some of you, that sheer surviving and then sheer trying to heal, which is absolutely kind of emotionally draining in itself, especially if you feel like you've got nobody who's got your back. You feel like they're kind of turned against you at that. You feel like you're on your own island and you're just surviving. You don't really have a whole lot of ideas to plan ahead, and I've really been dreaming away at what I want to do with my life, right? So I feel like now that you've kind of gotten your bearings back, your stardom back, your feeling of emotional wellness back kind of in place a little bit, you need to shift directions, rethink, reframe, get yourself back on track, but you don't know what to do yet. So all right, so you've got a 6 of Wands though. So I do feel like you are ready to move forward, and I feel like you're going to have opportunities to move forward. It's just a matter of, those coming in. I do feel like, it might take some time for some of you, depending on where you are in this process. And again, take it as it resonates, because to each your own, and time is fluid in tarot again. So, wherever you are in this process, if you're back here in this process, still barely trying to hang on by a thread, it may be a while before that happens. If you're, all the way at the star part, and, you're starting to come into here where you're like, I'm ready to shift. I'm ready to change directions. I feel much better now and I'm ready to move forward. You may already be waiting for that opportunity or starting to line things up or thinking about things, but I do definitely see you with positive forward motion, opportunities coming in to move forward. The Empress, so bam, I'm seeing you're rebuilding yourself, you're redefining yourself, you're coming back into your strength, your passion, your power. That is a dominant card where you are able to sit and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're able to be a dominant, maternal, type of figure, gender neutral, of course, but like enjoy the growth that you have helped to create. So again, for those of you who might be a parent that, you had to cut ties and leave, and maybe you knew that was what was best or safest, and maybe your kids resented because of these things, because of a divorce, because of a split, because of whatever, and maybe one of them's come around as an older child now and says, now I see why you did what you did. Now I understand. I feel like more and more, this is going to happen. People are going to start understanding as a mother or as a father why you did the things you did, why you had to do the things you did, and you are going to be able to regain some of your strength, your power, your respect, and you're going to be able to take those opportunities. And as you move forward with those opportunities, you're going to be stronger and stronger and stronger. And people are going to realize that, you were a strong person all along, and it wasn't weakness that made you leave. It wasn't, it wasn't because you were, a scared little rabbit who had to run away. You didn't run away. You picked up and did the hardest thing you had to do, which was pick up and start over or leave or whatever, because you were so strong. You did it for what was best and safest, and because that they just didn't understand the whole situation. So let's get a final card here. Strength. I love it. Okay, it's perfection. So that's one of my favorite cards. So I think that is the ultimate perfect ending anyway for this part, because I do feel like you are going to come into your strength. Your strength will be rebuilt. People will see you for the strength that you have. They will realize in time, okay, everyone involved, there may be some people who still are always going to be, naysayers or be, whatever. Let them be. Don't worry about them. There's always going to be somebody like that. There's always a hater. There's always a negative. There's always a negative Nelly, a negative Nancy, negative whatever. Let it go, okay? But for the vast majority, I feel like people are going to realize that they misjudged, that this judgment was reversed. It was a misjudgment, okay? they are going to realize that in time, and they are going to see you for the strong, dominant, amazing person that you were, how much you went through, how much you endured, how you made it through it, came out a star, worked your butt off to get through it all, and came out stronger and better than ever, to spite this person that you may have had a relationship with back here that did everything they could to try to undermine you, to make you look bad, to try to harm you, mentally, emotionally, physically, maybe all of the above, whatever. And you did the best that you could, and you came out stronger and better. So I think this is like a testament to your strength, really and truly. So let's pull out some love cards here and see if we can go ahead and get some information on that. Because I do feel like with your strength, of course, you know, the opportunities will come in, you know, as you're putting out those higher vibrations of your strength, of your rebuilding yourself, and you're starting to feel stronger, feel better. You know, you're going to be putting out higher vibrations. Those vibrations are going to be coming back stronger. So I think as you're healing and as you're getting that, you know, you're going to be finding that people are going to be really resonating that back to you. So you'll have opportunities for sure for many more you know, relationships that are better, much better, stronger, healthier, all of that kind of stuff. But let's see what we've got here. And what can we see? All right, so this one says express your love. And I feel like you did your best here to express your love, okay? And I feel like it was never enough for you. That's the feeling that I get from this. It was never enough for whatever relationship you were in. Anything you did, any expression of love you gave, no matter how hard you tried, it was never enough, okay? You knew that. You knew how hard you were trying. This person may have played the victim card. They may have been telling everybody that you weren't putting in effort, you weren't trying, this and that, everything in between, right? But you knew the truth, okay? So again, the reason for the misjudgment, you know, they may have been expressing things in a different way, but you were expressing your love, and it just was never enough, and you knew that. And that's why you had to kill that relationship, because, you know, you weren't being treated at all okay. Not at all, not even remotely. Okay, reconciliation. And I see this reconciliation again here with this Page of Cups. Like I said, I feel like with this Page of Cups, this person is going to be very pivotal in, even if it's a situationship, relationship type person that you're just trying to pass time with to get you out of your funk, to enjoy yourself. They're going to bring friends around, things like that, and maybe kind of, you know, have some reconciliation with people around you. But for more of you, I truly feel like this is a friend or family member or a grown adult child or older child of yours, maybe something of that nature, where they're coming to you and they're saying, you know, I fully understand. I got your back. I don't judge you. I completely get it. I now see why you did what you did. I've seen this person for what they really are. I've seen the situation for what it really is. You're reconciling with this person, and they are giving you your strength and your shine back from this star. I truly believe that's what this Page of Cups is really indicative of, okay? And I think that's going to be a pivotal moment in turning everything around for you, is somebody believing in you and somebody coming to you and saying, I get it. I feel you. I understand why you did what you did. Everything is coming together and it's making perfect sense now, okay? And I don't judge you, and I feel you, and I'm behind you all the way, and maybe even advocating for you by saying, hey, you may not believe this person because of what all lies that person told, but you can trust me because I have no dog in this fight, and bam, this is what they did. This is how they were. They lied about this. I caught them lying about this, and this, and yada, yada. And then they may be instrumental in that too, getting a whole bunch of your stars, friends, family members on board with saying, hey, wait, we're really sorry. We really misjudged this situation. We had no idea. We're really sorry, you know? So I do feel there's going to be reconciliation, and you are going to get some justice on that. I do believe that. Okay. And this one it is safe for you to love again. And I feel like absolutely, this is where you make your change, okay? This is where you healed, you're starting to shift directions. You don't know what you're going to do yet, but opportunities start coming in, okay? These could be relationship opportunities too. They don't necessarily have to be opportunities for you just in work or just in where you live or how you do things. This could be whole new relationship opportunities. You know, this could be any opportunities for you to change your life in a way that makes you happier, right? So these opportunities are coming in and they're building you back to this Empress power, this Empress self, and they're giving you back your ultimate strength that you've had all along, but now everybody's recognizing it, right? And now it's safe for you to love again because people are seeing you. You're strong, you're powerful, you're back to your old self. You know, you've got some of your people back, at least the ones that count, okay? They believe in you now. They understand that they misjudged. They have, you know, reconciled with you over that. And now you can move forward in a positive way with your strength, with your power, having come out stronger on the other side, better on the other side, feeling happier, better, stronger, and with people understanding that now moving forward, that you did what you had to do. So they're less likely to question any of your actions going forward too, which is a beautiful thing, okay? So we have soulmate cards here. Whether you are with somebody or not, think about what your soulmate, ultimate soulmate would be like and what you would want. And then when we read these cards, you can kind of apply, would this person fit that? Would they not fit that? If so, then, you know, possible soulmate, possible not, you know, kind of, and general overview advice too. So we'll kind of pull 3 of these for you as well. Get some general info advice. Whoops, we pulled 4. All right, let's see what we got here. So this one says, life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that it says that really. Nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our hearts, okay? So again, I think this is telling you that here, surrender this, you do. The Death card, you do that, okay? And don't give up. Nothing's ever lost. Continue to heal. I do believe your people will come around. And if they don't, they're not your people, okay? You know, and do understand too that some people just don't know. And part of it is because you kept things to yourself for your own reasons. So, you know, you can't blame them for not knowing certain things, but for a lot of them, they should have just, you feel like they should just trust you, and maybe they should have, but let go, because you can't receive new positive until you release the negative, right? Okay. Life is forever changing in accordance with nature's divine will. May we lovingly embrace life's changing seasons in the knowledge that all is as it should be and love is all there is. Okay, so again, life is always changing. This is where you're making changes. This is where you turn from somebody who was heartbroken and starting to heal into a star, okay, and start going into right here, year 7 of 7 of Wands, where you are shifting, making changes, new life decisions. So again, that's what you need to focus on to get to your soulmate status, okay? You're doing what you need to do. You're moving in the right direction. And it may be that you had to go through hell to get here, but stay positive, because everything is a learning experience. Everything has a reason and a place, and it will get you where you're supposed to go. So your smile illuminates my soul. It makes me feel whole. There is no part of me that your love cannot fill. From the first moment we met, I am forever grateful, and I count my blessings each day, my beloved jewel. Okay, so this is telling you when it's safe to love, when you have your strength back, when you're moving forward with these opportunities, find the person who makes you feel like this. That will be the one that is your soulmate. Put out the vibrations with your strength, with your Empress vibes, because this is the vibration that you want to receive back, okay? Because it is safe for you to love. So if somebody is coming in and they are making you feel this way, then you know that's the right one. And you are strong and you are powerful and you've been through hell and high water and you've made it out just fine. And you are going to be able to move forward in an amazing way with an amazing person, and the people that really matter understanding, coming around, reconciling, and having your back, okay? So go forth, my friend, in love and happiness, because I do believe you will. I hope this did resonate with you, because I do feel like you will come out in a much better place. And if it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Otherwise, I hope to see you back this weekend for your weekend and next week energy reading. Bye.